What's going on, y'all, man? It's LA Rich, and we back with another video, man. And look, today we got the one and only Charlie Kirk back on the channel, man, with him doing a video titled Charlie Kirk Takes on Pro-Leftist Teacher. Now, I'm real interested to see exactly what this one is going to be like. You know, the point from the thumbnail, I can see that it's an older woman, and you usually don't see on the debates Charlie's having, or the ones I've seen, I say that, it's usually younger people. So this was my first time seeing him debate with an older person and an older woman. So I'm really excited for this one, man. I want to see how this gonna go. But before we get into the video, what I want to say is, and she a teacher, so we gonna see what a teacher has to debate about. But before we get into the video, what I want to say is thank y'all for helping me hit 11.7 thousand subscribers. We're gonna roll to 11.8 now. I appreciate y'all so much for all the love and support y'all show me every single day. It truly means the most to me. Nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and get into this video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know some more Charlie Kirk videos to react to, man. And what I mean by that is tell me your favorite debate videos. You know, the ones that got the most heated, the ones that got, you know, crazy. You know, where the person that was debating and Charlie were going back and forth, or it could even be a different debater. You know, anybody else out there, man. I don't care. Just put whatever you want me to react to in the comments, man, and I got y'all with it. And these are literally my favorite videos to watch on the channel as of now. I like watching these videos a lot, man, because it's just so cool to see two people's points and you get to engage with. It's just an overall great time, man. But hey, enough of the talking though. Let's get into the video.
Your take was on.
Oh, okay. The thumbnail definitely had me fooled. This is not an older woman. I was wrong. Remember that. I was wrong. I from the thumbnail it looked like it's up. Okay, forget it, man.
Hi. So I just wanted to know what your take was on. You said with education to fire the bad teachers. What's your definition of bad teachers?
Great question. So how many people here think you've had at least one teacher that deserves to be fired? Everyone raises their hand always. So the question is, how do you find them, right? So I got this question asked a lot. Here's the interesting thing. So when President Obama was running for president in 2008, one of his big things, he said it over 40 times, was that we need to have a system that rewards good teachers and fires bad ones. But the question is always, how do you find the bad ones? So is it test scores? Probably not. Is it, peer evaluation? The best metric is you have teachers grade teachers and you have parental input. Here's the thing. You know the really, really bad teachers. Those have got to go. I had teachers earning $150,000 a year, barely showing up for class, teaching gym, doing nothing, being completely lazy. They're a drain on the school budget. They're a drain on the local community, and they should be fired instantaneously. The problem is, under current teacher tenure laws in certain states, in most states, they are protected by contracts designed by teacher unions that make it nearly impossible to fire bad teachers. If they're not productive, they don't put time in. So I would support reform and a system that allows really good teachers. Here's the thing. Some teachers, this might be a surprise to some of my liberal counterparts, so I had public school teachers that changed my life, that did unbelievable amount of work. They got in at 6 a.m. every day. They worked their tail off. Then I had teachers that would take half the year off. They just didn't care. They were bratty. They thought it was horrible. And yet the one that didn't put as much effort was earning more than the person that was just there. That is not the...
That is true, man. I don't like how the entire schooling system is. That system, as far as, how teachers, the salary that teachers make and everything, it's just a bad system, man. It doesn't really make sense, because now that I am thinking about it, back when I was in school, I'd never seen a teacher get fired, bro. Well, for doing something, not being a good teacher, lacking on doing teaching and that part. But for a teacher to get fired, it would have had to have been something crazy, like a teacher would have got in a fight with a student, or a teacher had something outside of school going on, and then it had came up on the news or something, and that teacher still ain't get fired. So I honestly have never seen a teacher get fired strictly because they were a bad teacher. That's crazy, man. I never realized that, bro.
They were bratty. They thought it was horrible. And yet the one that didn't put as much effort was earning more than the person that was just there. that is not the way that we should reward, I believe, teachers in this country. Teachers are modern day heroes. I'm very, very pro-teacher, very anti-teacher union. So I think that's the big distinction. So.
What about professors?
Professors?
Yeah, like college, at the college level.
I believe this similar thing. I think that we currently have a system that rewards professors that want to write their book and sell it back to their class. I think that's it's a fair point. It's also rewards professors that do most studying and not actually engaging with their current class. Here's the problem: is that most college freshmen are taught by TAs, teachers' assistants. So they're getting something. They're paying for something they're not even getting. I think measuring value in a professor should be different than that of a teacher, but here's the big difference: is that public school teachers in K through 12 education have to be held to a different standard than professors. It just has to be. There's more K through 12 teachers than there are professors, a lot more, almost 10-to-1 ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but with the whole point on the TAs, they're usually doctoral students.
Yes.
That are turning into professors. So why is that how are the TAs supposed to
Because when you start to have class sizes that are 500 people and plus, when you have TAs that are not yet masters on the subject that you're paying a pretty penny on, that deserves question. Because
that is true, man. Charlie be making some good points, bro. Because you paying so much money, right, to learn about a subject, and you honestly expecting to get as high of somebody with as good as knowledge as you possibly can have on that subject, right? And not only do you get somebody with not as best of knowledge as they can possibly have on that subject, but it's a person that isn't even a professional professor, that has been taught classes, that's basically like a veteran in the game as far as being a professor. You get it almost like a newbie when it's something that you paid this amount of money for. That is a great thing. That's a great way of thinking about it that I have never realized, bro. Wow. I mean, that shit that's crazy, bro.
Because when you start to have class sizes that are 500 people and plus, when you have TAs that are not yet masters on the subject that you're paying a pretty penny on, that deserves question. Because you are going to college to learn from subject matter experts in an environment where you can dive deep into that particular topic, so on and so forth. So if I'm paying, or I'm being forced to pay, $800 for this sociology class or human studies class, and I'm getting taught by a TA with 800 people in a lecture hall this big, that there's something I think wrong with that. I think because you're paying a pretty penny for something that is then, very, I would say, inadequate.
That's a great point, bro. Honestly, I don't even know how you could sit there and disagree with that. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, put yourself in if you weren't in their shoes before, put yourself in the shoes of a student that's coming and paying for a class, right? And you want somebody to, if you paying, I don't care how much the money is, bro. If I'm paying money to do anything, I would want the best knowledge on that subject as far as classes or subjects that I can get. There should be no way that you're paying that amount of money, and it's almost like they're doing trials for a TA for them to become an official professor. I mean, this ain't the time for trials, man. I get it if I was in here for free, but I'm paying real money for this. You get me? I mean, I get you. They need to go through the real simulators for eventually become a professor. But my class ain't the time for that, man. It's real money being paid right here. Y'all could take y'all trials somewhere else. You get me? Or training, whatever you want to call it. But hey, thank y'all so much for helping me hit 11.7 thousand subscribers. We know it's 11.8 now. I appreciate y'all so much for all the love and support y'all show me every single day. It truly means the most to me. Nonetheless, that's when it comes out the video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And it's LA Rich, and I'm getting up out of here. All right, y'all.
Any percent forget.